Sometimes I feel like an old man in the fact that I am not that into Discord. However, if there is one sub-channel I am obsessed with, it is Glizzy Debate. Since January 1st, 2025, my entire friend group has been keeping tabs on how many Glizzies we have eaten this year. We are only a month in, and these are the standings. The winner will get a Nathan's Tabletop hot dog cart. As the name of the group suggests, there is hot debate over what counts as a Glizzy. How many Glizzies should a foot-long count as? Do brats count? The answer is no. Do pigs in a blanket count? The answer is no. Do corn dogs count? I fought so fucking hard for that one, guys. I argued that the breading around a corn dog was basically the same as the bread of a hot dog. It just covers the dog completely around the perimeter instead of stopping, like halfway through. So corn dogs count. On January 1st, the day after New Year's, I immediately bought 3 gourmet hot dogs. I started off strong, but Chris has caught up with me and surpassed me. He is a strong boy. You have to document the dogs before you eat them. After the Bills game last Sunday, we went next door and each got 3 dogs each. We went back to the bar, got drunker, came back to the hot dog stand, and got another 3 dogs each. That's why me and Chris are the leaders. I'm planning on doing a Glizzy bomb to surpass him. I'm gonna get 10 hot dogs at once, scarf them all down, and just kick Chris's ass. Some monsters in our group eating hot dogs like this, and I think they're going to hell. Suggested we get blood work done before and after this competition. I already get it done because of my bipolar. I am afraid by the end of this competition, I will be dying. Glizzy Wars, first update. Me and my friends are using a Discord to keep tabs on how many hot dogs we've had this year. Winner gets an all-in-one hot dog toaster. In one night, I gobbled down 4 chili dogs. That tied me up with Chris, so we were neck and neck for a bit. Then the boys had an uncircumcised venison dog night without me. Chris apparently had one of these dogs, but didn't take a picture of it, as is the rules. A new rule was suggested that as long as the Glizzy Lords were present to see it, the dog still counts. I argued that this is a Glizzy democracy and we should all have say in new rules. I suggested we compromise and add a second new rule that allowed garbage plates to count as Glizzies. Cries of fascism and coups rose, but the tension eventually simmered. I backed down and allowed Chris to take the lead. I decided to fight back with a loophole, as corn dogs do count. But if these corn dogs are a little small, they are not mini corn dogs, which don't count. Still, this led to more violent fighting, and it pissed off one of the Glizzy Lords so much, he quit. Please come back, Bob. We miss you. Brighter news, my girlfriend Liz finally got on the board. Since footlongs count as 2, she started off with a solid 4. She then continued to win my heart, working her way all the way up to 12. But as of today, my brief time as leader is over, and Chris has surpassed me. For now. Glizzy Wars, second update. My friends and I are using a Discord to count how many hot dogs we've eaten this year. At the end of the year, the winner gets a hot dog toaster. As of last time, we lost 2 of our key founders because I kept exploiting the corn dog hack. Store-bought corn dogs are a lot smaller than normal hot dogs, so I ate a bunch of them to gain a high score. But in order to get Bob and Danny to rejoin, I agreed to never use the corn dog hack ever again. And I sincerely apologize for breaking up the group. And it worked. Bob and Danny are back and they're guzzling down hot dogs. Already, Bob has surpassed at least half the squad, tying himself with Eric, who for some reason goes by Mahogany. Meanwhile, Liz has discovered the game's meta. By purposely starting arguments over the rules, she could frustrate high-scoring players into quitting. Luckily, the boys didn't fall for it this time. No more fighting over mini pigs in a blanket. That said, without my corn dog hack, I started falling behind. Chris started guzzling down footlongs like crazy. Chris was at 35 and I was at a measly 26. But instead of quitting, I decided to do something crazy. I call it a Glizzy bomb. 12 hot dogs at once. The footlongs here each count as 2, and there's 3 more dogs hidden under those relish dogs in the center. It was an arduous effort, but I ate them all. The boys applauded me for my passion for dogs. And now I'm in first, but not by much. Glizzy Wars, Update 3. Friends and I use our Discord to count how many hot dogs we've each had this year. The person who eats the most hot dogs by the end of the year wins free tickets to the Universal Orlando Hot Dog Hall of Fame. The boys took a trip to Miami, which I would not consider a hot dog town. That didn't stop Chris from grabbing a Nathan's hot dog at the airport. Quick note, I hate Nathan's hot dogs, they are the worst hot dogs. We also found a late night spot in Wynwood that served these fucking monstrosities. Yes, underneath all those soggy potato chips is in fact a hot dog. By the end of the trip, the scores were as follows. That's right, Chris is beating me again, and it only keeps getting worse. But before we get into that, White submitted this monstrosity from Germany, and it received no debate at all for some reason. Even though that is a fucking pretzel. It's whatever, White is near the bottom. Although sometimes it feels like the rules really only apply to those near the top. We also had a bunch of requests to let new people in. Say hello to Shannon. Y'all should know Phil, he makes my beats. And John and Rachel. And Jake. Do you want to join our Glizzy group? Well, too bad, we've already got too many people. In other news, to combat my Glizzy bomb last update, Eric and Chris stole my move. Each of them consuming 5 footlongs in one delicious dinner, giving them 10 hot dogs each. Chris has truly expanded his lead over me. I'm afraid there may be no more hope. I'm a loser, baby. Emergency Glizzy Wars update. My friends and I are competing to see who can eat the most hot dogs this year, keeping tabs on our Discord. But a mysterious new competitor has entered the contest named John the Pirate. His name comes from the fact that his first 7 dogs came from a Pittsburgh Pirates game. But alas, he's actually from Hamburg, New York. Why we'd let someone like that into our group is beyond me. In a measly 40 days, this madman has sprinted up the ranks. He is now in 4th place, threatening our dear friend Bob. Not going down without a fight, Bob is guzzling glizzies for his life. Meanwhile, John the Pirate is eating these abominations that look practically raw. Is that a fucking herpes sore? What the actual fuck even is this? We've tried to slow his roll a little bit by pointing out that this hot dog he got in Cleveland is not a hot dog. It's a kielbasa, that doesn't count. Will this handsome monster defeat Bob? Or will Bob secure his glory in Glizzy combat? Glizzy Wars live update. My friends and I are using Discord to track who can eat the most hot dogs within a single year. Mahogany has just pulled a surprise Glizzy bomb, surpassing Cat and tying with DeWalda. 4 footlongs, that's a whopping 8 dogs in one meal. And they definitely look like they might have been hard to get down without any sauce to lube them up. In other news, we have turned our Glizzy scores into a heat map, and a bar graph, and an exponential curve. A couple of mathematical insights. There is a decay constant of 0.1855. By no coincidence, that is the same half-life as bismuth. Stay woke. Glizzy Wars 4th of July update. My friends and I are using Discord to count who can eat the most hot dogs in a single year. Obviously, 4th of July was a big time for us. Midway through the weekend, Cat pulled ahead of Mahogany with his diabolical onion dog. In retaliation, Mahogany ate 9 dogs at a single backyard barbecue, firmly securing 7th place. DeWalda also had a big weekend of baseball games, bars, barbecues, and more barbecues. At 9 altogether, would have been 10, but we ain't counting this bitch to my right. That ain't no dog, that's a cheesy bratwurst, that don't count. Overall, it was a big weekend for all the boys. We added 2 new members to the group, Keller and Tyler. This guy with the mutton chops is neither of those people, but I wanted to include him because that is a wild looking face. In total, 67 dogs were consumed over 4th of July weekend. That's more than the entire months of February and April. A pie chart of all the condiments we've been using has revealed some unfortunate facts. Ketchup fucking sucks, man. What are y'all doing? Meanwhile, mayo is not getting enough love. And y'all raw dogging it are fucking weird. Also, we gotta stop letting Chris add people to the group while he's drunk. I don't know who Johnny Sins is, but that is dangerously close to a garbage plate, which do not fucking count. This week, on a very special Glizzy Wars update, my friends and I have been using Discord to count who can eat the most hot dogs in a year. Since joining this contest late in April, John the Pirate has become the fan favorite heel of this competition. In just 3 months, he's reached 99 dogs, just 1 dog away from reaching the doghouse with me and Chris. I've decided to sit down for a few slime dogs with John in order to learn more about him.
You do a lot of statistical analysis on our hot dogs. Is there any stat that is most surprising to you?
I was amazed that even before I started, mustard was the most popular topping. I thought it would be ketchup by a mile, and it's still mustard to this day.
Favorite brand of mustard for a hot dog?
I have a really delicious tarragon mustard that goes good with a nice savory dog. So
John, your lovely wife is Rachel number 2. Has this contest strengthened your love, or has there been tensions?
It makes us look for hot dogs when we go out places, so it's been pretty good for us.
Excellent.
We go hunting for hot dogs. Every gas station we stop at, every restaurant we go to.
John, you've been the most experimental in our group when it comes to hot dog condiments. Is there any moment where you've tried a condiment that you did not like?
I mean, there's been a couple that haven't worked out perfect. The cold peanut butter dog for breakfast was probably a bad life choice. The worst actually was I got it at a Stewart's gas station, and I put their hot peppers on their chili, and it burned for like an hour. It just kept burning. And I love hot peppers, so I have no idea what would happen there.
Dude. When in this year do you think you'll overtake my Glizzy score?
I'm probably about a month and a half out from passing you. Yeah.
And what about Chris?
I think Chris is a different story. I'm not sure I can overtake Chris, but if I do, it'll be closer to November.
What do you think your total hot dog count will be at the end of this year?
Close to 200, I think.
Glizzy Wars Nightmare Update. My friends and I are using Discord to track who can eat the most hot dogs in a year. Winner gets a signed copy of Are There Hot Dogs in Heaven? John the Pirate has come a long way, and I'm sad to say he's only 2 hot dogs away from passing me. I'm trying to come up with new and exciting ways to eat dogs so I can keep going. Like this grits and chicken Slovakia dog. It's horrifyingly delicious, but it may not be enough. In other news, we got sponsored again. This time by Heinz. I taped some to the root beer that Mug gave me, and traded it with my friends for some delicious produce. Finally, it's worth noting that JTP ate hot dogs made of reindeer. Sweet, innocent reindeer. Perhaps his score should be reducted for being a gluttonous monster.
Glizzy Wars Dueling Shadows Arc. My friends and I are using Discord to track who can eat the most hot dogs in a year. Winner gets a Glizzy signed by Barack Obama. Y'all could go band for band. Me and JTP are going dog for dog. Every time I submit a decent amount of dogs, he's right there coming at me with a tortellini dog. I throw some chili dogs back at him. He hits me with harissa and broccoli slaw, or just a raw, uncooked dog with a streak of mustard on it. He's coming in too close. I'm losing my mind. My dogs are becoming abstract and misshapen. This trio of dogs was taken in a moment of pure hysteria. In other news, Chris did a double dog dare against Danny, claiming he could reach 200 dogs before Danny could reach 100. In an act of defiance, Danny ate to 99, then refused to eat any more. Danny bows to no one. But alas, this leaves Chris more powerful than ever. With JTP acting as an excellent pacer, I believe he or I will catch up to Chris before the end of this year.
Emergency Glizzy Wars Update. My friends and I are using Discord to track who can eat the most hot dogs in a year. October is behind us and we are nearing the end. The war between darkness and light. JTP, John the Pirate, has pulled ahead of me by 12. During my annual physical, my doctor has advised me I am riddled with gout. And so I say to you, John the Pirate, the madman with the uncooked abominations, I surrender. Certainly I will miss hot dogs. Maybe not this one, or these fucking things. But I do love a decent dog. Wish you the best, bud. You are about 30 dogs away from the king. I don't think he's slowing down anytime soon. Get that ring, goat. Last time on Glizzy Wars, John the Pirate has pulled ahead of me by 12. My doctor has advised me I am riddled with gout. And so I say to you, John the Pirate, I surrender. I wish you the best, bud. You are about 30 dogs away from the king. I don't think he's slowing down anytime soon. I am back and I am ignoring my failing health. December 1st, 5 glizzies, honey mustard and mayo. Immediately JTP starts firing back with asparagus on a hot dog and this raw hot dog that he eats on the way to work every day. December 2nd, 5 more dogs, ketchup, mustard, mayo. I'm coming back out of nowhere. JTP puts chicken masala on a hot dog to intimidate me, so I eat 6 more dogs. Then later that day, another 4. At this point, the gout has done unspeakable things to my feet. But we press on, because I am insane. JTP pulls some last minute crap where he tries to use a potato as a bun. We are too far along to be debating this stuff, so we put it back in a normal bun. My insides are killing me at this point, so I eat just 1 more breakfast dog. The victory was so close. So I took down another 3, then another 2, and that finally led to JTP's surrender. In less than a week, I have conquered John the Pirate, leaving my only competition being Chris. There are 32 dogs between us, and still 25 days left in December. and Chris is never gonna let up. Glizzy Wars, final update. Starting on January 1st, 2025, my friends and I started tracking on Discord who could eat the most hot dogs in a year. A year has now passed and the scores are final. Coming in first place, we have Chris, one of only 2 competitors to make it into the double doghouse, the other being me, Evan, being in second place. We just narrowly beat John the Pirate in third place. 188 is especially impressive given he only joined halfway through this year. JTP made it into the doghouse with Danny in 4th place. Walda almost made it into the doghouse, but unfortunately he chose not to eat the final 2 dogs in remembrance of 9/11. Tyler came in last, which makes sense because he's a pharmacist, values human health. Graf doesn't count as last because he never really entered. As the winner of our contest, we flew Chris out to Atlanta, Illinois to see the giant Paul Bunyan holding a hot dog. The Discord has now been locked, transcribed, and stored behind glass at the Buffalo and Erie County Library. We will not be continuing this contest next year. Instead, we have created a new Discord, Big Steppas, in which we will be counting who can take the most steps in a year. Stay tuned for updates.